Former central bank governor Emefiele would have faced firing squad if he was in China. Tinubu government, welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Please subscribe to our channel. To get notified when we post our juicy news updates, please click on the notification bell. This was stated by President Tinubu Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, while reacting to the special investigation on CBN and related entities chargeable offences report. So it is now you are coming out that if it was in China, he would face firing squad. Meanwhile, the people he was working with, uncle, the person that was giving him the policies. Now, before I go back to the news, this is to show us that you see this particular incident of somebody push you. You are in charge of your office. There was nothing that anybody will say now. This CBN governor was in charge of your office. He would have stood till the end. He would have said, okay, these policies I no do. I know this policy no good for us. We no good do them. Maybe that, or if they push on too much, he would have resigned. The news in detail, please. The President Bola Tinubu-led Nigerian government has stated the immediate past governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Godwin Emefiele, would have been killed by a firing squad if it happened that he was living in China. This was stated by President Tinubu's Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, while reacting to the special investigation on CBN and related entities chargeable offences report. The presidential aide added that Emefiele and his cronies would not be allowed to live in China for allegedly misappropriating public funds. According to Jim Obazi's research, Emefiele misappropriated monies while serving as governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria. According to the reports, the former CBN governor opened bank accounts without the permission of the Apex Bank Board of Directors or Investment Committee. According to the study, Emefiele unlawfully deposited billions of naira in 593 bank accounts in the United States of America, United Kingdom, and China. Obaze disclosed that Emefiele deposited 543,412,213 pounds in fixed deposit United Kingdom banks alone without authorization. Posting on X, Onanuga wrote, if Godwin Emefiele and his gang had committed these egregious misappropriations in China, they will now be facing the firing squad for high treason. The following illegalities were said to have been found during the reign of Emefiele. Unauthorized funded 593 bank accounts located in the UK, US, and China. Fraudulent cash withdrawal of $6.23 million from CBN votes under a purported approval of the president to pay foreign election observers. Gross financial misconduct by ex-CBN governor and at least 13 other individuals, including his deputy governor. £543.4 million kept in fixed deposit by Mr. Emefiele. Manipulation of a naira exchange rate and perpetration of fraud in the e-naira project of the CBN. The naira redesign was neither recommended by the board of the CBN nor approved by the then president. The CBN printed the new 200, 500, 1,000 notes at a total cost of 61.5 billion naira, out of which 31.8 billion naira has been paid to the contractor. The sum of 1.73 billion naira was spent on questionable legal fees on 19 cases that are directly traceable to the naira redesign and reconfiguration agenda. £205 was paid to a UK firm for naira redesign effort, positioning of watermark, presence of QR codes, different numbering style, and other complex security features. Fraudulent use of ways and means to the tune of 26.627 trillion naira. Fraudulent intervention programs. Fraudulent expenditure on COVID-19. Misrepresentation of presidential approval on NESI, Nesi Stabilization Strategy Limited. pardon of former President Buhari approval with 198.96 billion naira, approximating 801.04 billion naira to 1 trillion naira. No approval are received from the former president, and yet 500 billion naira was taken and debited to Ways and Means. Former CBN governor and 4 deputies connived to steal outrightly in order to balance the books of the CBN. No approval for the breakdown of a 22.72 trillion presented to the National Assembly to illegally secretarize the Ways and Means of financing. Okay, now this is what I'm going to say. I don't believe that they're saying Buhari is not aware. Nobody should say it. What's it they give them back into the doing they do? That time I can remember vividly this Naira redesign that they are talking about. Buhari come as I say, what's Buhari talk that time? Well, me, I still strongly believe that in a game he was just a pawn. They just use him. As in, you're not even a king. In a chess game, he was not even the king and queen. And they can carry body. This is what I'm going to say. Integrity, it is very underrated. You say that thing, a good name is better than riches. You don't know what it is. It is until you find this kind of situation now happens. And then it happens that you are innocent. Maybe, like I said, Emefiele, it's something was suggested. Even if make it be say it is not the sitting president that suggested it. Maybe people around him that's could move mountains. Then in that particular administration, you go don't do it. You go don't say no. If they know won't be like say they know go choke you. You go come out air from your common oxygen. Or it will restrict oxygen flowing into you. My brother, you do what? You wash your hand like Pantus pilots and give to brother, me shame carry your work. Nigerians will say, okay, this one could bow. You will come outside and say, look, I must resign. They should use that place and do whatever they want. You don't become a pawn. Now it is just because you agreed. You agreed to the things. Look at the figure that they are calling. This is 500 and something million pounds. It is at the core. See this money. I was like, see this kind of money they should collect the money from these people. I don't want to hear that they collected it and reluted it. Abby. Not only a family, including 99 of politicians. And you see this law that by another guy is saying, if it is in China, if it's in China, all of una, we not go last the till that day. Now everybody then go do that firing squad. Not only Emefiele, even including you, even the talk this thing. Alright, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.